10 Great Late 40s Films by the Library of Congress Copyright Office. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Reading by Bologna Times. 10 Great Films from the late 1940s. Adam's Rib, Lowe's, Incorporated. Copyright 1949. 101 minutes. Sound, black and white, 35 millimeter, and MGM picture. Summary: a marital comedy. On opposing sides in a bitter court battle, a district attorney and his lawyer wife match wits on equal rights for women. Credits: Producer Lawrence Weingarten. Director George Cukor. Screenplay Ruth Gordon, Garson Kanin. Music Miklos Rosa. Film Editor George Baumler. Cast: Spencer Tracy, Katharine Hepburn, Judy Holliday, Tom Ewell, David Wayne. Lowe's Incorporated, November 49, LP 2615. Beauty and the Beast, La Belle et la Bête. André Pauve, France, 1946. Released in the U.S. by L'Opéra Films, Incorporated. 1947. 90 minutes. Sound, black and white, 35 millimeter. In French with English titles. Based on the tale by Madame Lebrun de Beaumont. Summary: a fantasy in which a household drudge is delivered into the hands of a monster who falls in love with her and is eventually revealed as a handsome prince. Credits: Director of Production Émile Darbon. Director, Story, Dialogue Jean Cocteau. Music Georges Auric. Editor Claude Iberia. Cast: Jean Marais, Josette Day, Marcel Andre, Mila Parly, Nan Germain. L'Opéra Films, Incorporated, December 46, LP 1722. Black Narcissus. The Archers Film Productions, London. Released in the U.S. by Universal International. Copyright 1948. Presented by J. Arthur Rank. 99 minutes. Sound, color, 35 millimeter. Based on the novel by Rumer Godden. Summary: a drama about 5 Anglican nuns who organize a convent school in an abandoned palace in the Himalayan mountains. They experience loneliness and ultimate failure in attempting to cope with ignorance, delinquency, cynicism, and human passions. Credits: Produced, directed, and written by Michael Powell. Emmerich Pressburger. Editor Reginald Mills. Music Brian Easdale. Cast: Deborah Carr, Sabu, David Farrar, Flora Robeson, Esmond Knight. Applied author Universal Pictures Co., Incorporated. Independent Producers Limited. 3 June 48, LP 1925. A Double Life, Universal Pictures Company, Incorporated. Copyright 1948. 103 minutes. Sound, black and white, 35 millimeter. A Canon production. Summary: reality and illusion become indistinguishable in the mind of an actor playing the part of Othello. After strangling an off-stage sweetheart, he returns to the theater and stabs himself fatally during a performance. Credits: Producer Michael Kanan, Director George Cukor, Script Ruth Gordon, Garson Kanan, Music Miklos Rosa, Film Editor Robert Parrish. Cast: Ronald Colman, Signe Hasso, Edmund O'Brien, Shelley Winters, Ray Collins. Universal Pictures Co., Incorporated, and Kanan Productions, 8 March 48, LP 1706. I Remember Mama. RKO Radio Pictures, Incorporated. Copyright 1948. Presented by Dor Sherry. 134 minutes. Sound, black and white, 35 millimeter. Based on the play adapted by John Van Druten from the novel Mama's Bank Account by Catherine Forbes, pseudonym of Catherine Anderson McLean. Summary: The experiences of a Norwegian family living in San Francisco in the 1910s. Credits: Executive Producer and Director George Stevens. Producer Harriet Parsons. Screenplay DeWitt Bodine. Music score Roy Webb. Music director C. Bakalenkoff. Film editor Robert Swink. Cast: Irene Dunn, Barbara Bel Geddes, Oscar Homolka, Philip Dorn, Sir Cedric Hardwicke. RKO Radio Pictures Incorporated, 11 March 48, LP 1606. In the Good Old Summer Time. Lowe's Incorporated. Copyright 1949. 103 minutes. Sound, color, 35 millimeter. An MGM picture. A new version of the 1940 motion picture The Shop Around the Corner, based on a play by Miklos Laszlo. Summary: A musical comedy about two mail-order lovers who unknowingly work in the same office. Setting: Chicago at the turn of the century. Credits: Producer Joe Pasternak. Director Robert Z. Leonard. Screenplay Samson Rafelson. Adaptation Albert Hackett, Francis Goodrich, Ivan Tors. Music Director Georgie Stoll. Film Editor Adrian Fazan. Cast: Judy Garland, Van Johnson, S. Z. Cuddles Sakal, Spring Byington, Clinton Sundberg. Lowe's Incorporated, 23 June 49, LP 2370. Key Largo. Warner Brothers Pictures Incorporated. Copyright 1948. 101 minutes. Sound, black and white, 35 millimeter. Based on the play by Maxwell Anderson. Summary: A cynical young Army officer arrives by chance on Key Largo, off the coast of Florida. He aligns himself on the side of law and order when he finds that the island is the rendezvous of a gang of counterfeiters. Credits: Producer Jerry Wald. Director John Huston. Screenplay Richard Brooks, John Huston. Music Max Steiner. Orchestrations Murray Cutter. Film Editor Rudy Fair. Cast: Humphrey Bogart, Edward G. Robinson, Lauren Bacall, Lionel Barrymore, Claire Trevor. Warner Brothers Pictures Incorporated, 31 July 48, LP 1750. The Paleface. Paramount Pictures Incorporated. Copyright 1948. 91 minutes. Sound, black and white, 35 millimeter. Summary: A burlesque of the horse opera, A timid traveling dentist, mistaken for a federal agent despite gun duels and an attempted burning at the stake, escapes the Indians on the warpath, outwits the outlaws, and wins the love of a gun-toting cowgirl. Credits: Producer Robert L. Welch. Director Norman Z. McLeod. Original screenplay Edmund Hartman, Frank Tashlin. Music score Victor Young. Editor Ellsworth Hoagland. Cast: Bob Hope, Jane Russell, Robert Armstrong, Iris Adrian, Robert Watson. Paramount Pictures Incorporated, 24 December 48, LP 2183. The Paradigm Case. Vanguard Films, Incorporated. Copyright 1947. 132 minutes. Sound, black and white, 35 millimeter. Based on Robert Hitchens' novel. Summary: a melodrama in which a famous lawyer becomes infatuated with his client, a woman accused of murdering her blind husband. Glimpses of gay, luxurious living contrast with the principal setting, a courtroom in Old Bailey, London. Credits: Producer David O. Selznick. Director Alfred Hitchcock. Screenplay David O. Selznick. Adaptation Alma Raville. Music Franz Waxman. Film editor Hal C. Kern. Cast: Gregory Peck, Ann Todd, Charles Lawton, Charles Coburn, Ethel Barrymore. Vanguard Films, Incorporated, 27 December 47. LP 1489. The Velvet Touch. Independent Artists, Limited. Copyright 1948. 97 minutes. Sound, black and white, 35 millimeter. Summary: when Valerie Stanton, an actress, strikes her bullying producer a single blow with a metal statuette, he falls dead at her feet. Thereafter, Valerie's tortured conscience gives her no peace, and she confesses to the police in the moment of her greatest triumph. Credits: Producer Frederick Brisson. Director John Gage. Story William Mercer, Annabelle Ross. Screenplay Leo Roston. Adaptation Walter Riley. Music director C. Bakalenikoff. Music score Lee Harline. Film editor Chandler House. Cast: Rosalind Russell, Leah Jen, Claire Trevor, Sidney Greenstreet, Leon Ames. Independent Artists, Limited, 4 August 48, LP 1762. End of 10 Great Films of the Late 40s by Library of Congress Copyright Office.